Hello world, hello gamers. Ron Man here. And this video, yes, is about the PlayStation 5. Okay. This is what I got so far. This is my thoughts and opinions, and don't take this video personal. This video wasn't meant to piss anybody off. I'm not looking for enemies. I'm just looking for fellow gamers. The PlayStation 5 right now is looking extremely impressive, if that's right. It's looking extremely impressive. Now, the release date doesn't really matter. They say in 2020. Some people are hoping for 2018, but I don't think it's going to be 2018. I can wait till 2020. My PS4 Pro right now is doing phenomenal. My Xbox One X right now is doing phenomenal. Now, let's talk about these specs of the PlayStation 5. It's going to have an AMD Zen 8 core processor. 8 cores is probably good enough. They probably you really probably don't even need to go over that, you know? You probably don't need 16 cores or 9 cores or 10 cores or any other core. 8 cores is probably good enough. What really does matter is what I'm looking at right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to have 32 gigs of GDDR6, not DDR5, DDR6 RAM. That's the next level of graphic RAM. 32 gigs of it. What kind of games are you going to see on a 32 gig gaming console that's just meant strictly to play games? 32 gigs need to be in PCs because you do a lot of multitasking. No, consoles just do video games. So 32 gigs in a game? What kind of games are we gonna see? I need an answer. That's 32 gigs. Are you serious? We're not talking 8 gigs of GDR5. We're talking 32 gigs of GDDR6. You have got to be kidding me. That is absolutely magnificent. Are you kidding me, people? I have to see this to believe it. 32 gigs of GDDR6 RAM. Yes, this game you see here is Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is phenomenal. It's in 4K. It's absolutely phenomenal. And not only that, the console is going to be 14.20 teraflops. That's good too, but the main guts and the brains and the power and the speed and performance is in that 32 gigs of GDDR6. I mean, these games are going to be absolutely spectacular. I mean, the words can't even describe on how well this game is going to be. I'm also looking at a 1 terabyte SSD hard drive. Now, you're probably saying, how much is all this shit going to cost? You know, if it's coming out 2020, I'm going to have to assume this console will be $499. Or Sony knows competition. They're probably gonna let this console come out for $399 again, like its previous PlayStation cousin. 32 gigs of RAM is all we have to, and I don't think that's a rumor because I checked my sources. Several inside sources said the same thing. 32 gigs of GDDR6 RAM. 32 gigs of GDDR6 RAM. People are going to lose their minds, ladies and gentlemen. Give me some comments, ladies and gentlemen. What do you think about this video? What do you think? 32 gigs of GDDR6
I have reports of
with
Red Legion activity
14
on Mercury.
teraflops?
Survivors from the Almighty.
And that's a
Survivors, huh?
Navi-based
Let's finish
graphics
the
card
job.
made by AMD. So that's not no crappy graphics card. What kind of games are we gonna see, ladies and gentlemen? That's my question. Are we gonna be mind blown with 4K games? It's time to start looking at some serious TVs. You want to look at some serious TVs? And let me give my opinion. TV I'm looking at right now, ladies and gentlemen, I haven't saved up yet. I'm looking at this Sony 900F. It has the extreme processor now. Sony has stepped up their game. Sony's the owner of PlayStation, so they purposely made that TV for this reason. I mean, 32 gigs of GDDR5 games are just gonna be mag. All I have to hear is Namco Bandai making another Dark Souls. Yes, ladies, I'm a Dark Souls fan. I need to see a next generation PS5 32 gigs of GDDR6 Dark Souls type of a game. I'm mind blown. I might have a heart attack. Well, I don't want to jinx myself. Heart attacks is not funny. That wasn't funny. Let me correct myself. That was not funny. 32 gigs of RAM is not funny at all. Now here's my thing. Here's my question. Now, Sony's giving out all their is giving out all the information. What is Microsoft doing? Microsoft is probably saying, hey, you want to make a 14 teraflops with 32 gigs of GDDR5 RAM? Microsoft might turn around and make something more impressive. Now here's my point. Here's another topic. I have the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X. I play my PS4 Pro more than my Xbox One X. I get the same games. I had Destiny 2 on the Xbox One X and on the PS4 Pro. Yes, it does look better on my Xbox One X.
Coordinates locked.
It does play better on
then
my
we can
Xbox
use the map
One
to find
X.
Noctis and stop the dark future.
But I prefer playing it on my PS4 Pro. Why? Because the controller feels a little bit more better. It's just a better. I feel more comfortable playing on my PS4 Pro. So it's specs. What I'm getting at is specs really don't really mean anything. Who you like better? Now I'm gonna say PS4 is just better. Xbox feels excellent too. Don't get me wrong. I played Halo 5. I conquered Halo 5. I love Halo 5. Oh man, they ambush me. This game is no joke. This is a game, ladies and gentlemen. This is a next generation game. I was getting my ass kicked. Let me just run in here. But it's just I prefer everything on my PS4 Pro. It plays good enough. It's just that the Xbox is a slightly better looking details. PS4 Pro looks good enough for you to be satisfied on a 4K TV. I didn't get my 4K TV yet, but I will be getting one. I'm sure it's going to look just as good because it does upscaling, but it's going to look just as good because I'm playing games in 1080p, and it looks better than it did on my regular PS4 in 1080p. So it's good enough, ladies and gentlemen. And what kind of games are we gonna see on a 32 gig of GDDR5 system? That's my question. I mean, what do they have in store for us? Are they gonna blow our minds? 32 gigs? Is anyone hearing me? Not no DDR3 or GDDR5. That's GDDR6. 32 gigs of. So let's do the mathematics. I'm about to do the mathematics. You ready? You ready? PlayStation 4 Pro has GDDR5 RAM. Now, if you had 8 gigs of GDDR6, comparing it to the GDDR5 RAM, that's twice the power of GDDR5. So you might as well say GDDR6 8 gigs is 16 gigs of GDDR5. Can you understand? Can you get that? It's like twice the power of GDDR5. console, you had 32 gigs of that. So you might as well say it's 64 gigs of GDDR5 if you want to do the mathematics. 64 gigs of GDDR5. GDDR5 is still some serious graphics RAM. GDDR6 is where we're at right now. Sony's making excellent moves. I'm very psyched about this next generation era. Look how good this game looks. I mean, if you have a nice full array TV, I mean, everything looks like you can touch it. It looks like I'm looking through a window here. What is that 14 teraflops with a Navi-based graphics card gonna look like on a 4K TV? And I strongly recommend that Sony 900F. I mean, you don't have to quote me on that, but I just think that's a more serious full array TV. Full array.
Synoptes too. Even if he makes a million copies of himself,
it's full array.
I don't think he'll find it in time.
LED. Stream engine. This game is intense here. I mean, the graphics are just absolutely fantastic, and I'm playing it on a 1080p TV. 1080p, ladies and gentlemen. Because I just don't want to jump into TVs yet, because I'm still trying to wait and see if something comes out better. But that Sony TV just recently came out. I go to Best Buys and I was flabbergasted. And don't forget your HDMI cables, ladies and gentlemen. We're moving into HDMI 2.1. That's the HDMI to get, because it's 48 gigs of bandwidth going through those cables. 48 gigs. That means your standard 2.2 is 18. I mean 2.0 is 18 gigs. So 48 gigs is a huge amount. So that means the more bandwidth, the more frame rate, the more smooth, and the more data is being transferred from your console to your TV. You're getting a better signal. No, Best Buy, they try to sell you on this what is it? Shoot, I forgot. They got some major HDMI cables because it has silver in it. I mean, that don't mean shit. You have silver in your cables. What's the bandwidth? The bandwidth is still 18 gigs. So who cares if you got silver in it? But they selling cables for like $300, $200. They really good sellers, they're excellent sellers, but they ain't fooling me. Not with no 18 gig bandwidth when you got you get you a pair of 2.1 HDMI cables, 48 gigs of bandwidth, smooth frame rate. I mean, impressive, noticeable. It's not nothing you won't notice. You will notice that. Big difference. Big difference. Now this game is playing flawlessly right now. I don't even need to make it up. This game is flawless. I mean, your consoles is just taking off. I mean, 14 teraflops. Is that doing better than PCs now? I think we're going beyond PCs now. We're doing better than PCs. That's how I feel. Because it's just getting entirely too serious. Entirely too serious. What is Microsoft gonna do? What is Microsoft gonna do? What if they turn around and give us like a 20 teraflops? They can do that. Or like 40 gigs of RAM. You know they can do that. I mean, how much can you put in there? I mean, that really 32 gigs. I don't care if they got 64 gigs. That's still plenty. So if Microsoft come out with a 64 gig console, and Sony comes out with a 32 gigs of GDDR6, it's really not gonna make a difference. It's who has the better exclusive. Because right now that RAM, that high amount of RAM right there, It's just blowing my mind right now. I can't even think straight. I can't even play this game. I'm looking at my computer right now as I play this game, and they talking 32 gigs. I'm like, please tell me they're not lying. Please tell me they're serious. I'm telling all my friends this, and we just might start reserving right now because that's a pretty high number there. You're not talking 16 gigs. I'm thinking you're gonna go 16 gigs for next generation. You talking 32 gigs? Oh my, and 14 teraflops? And I don't know that you have the Zen processor with the natty graphics card, and you have a solid state 1 terabyte graphics card. Sony, this year E3, please surprise us with a phenomenal price. I'm sure you're gonna do it again. What if we make this system $399? Now you might not give no dates because I'm strongly thinking it's gonna come out 2020. I could be wrong, but some rumors have it that Sony has given out dev kits to third-party companies. So, and they had the dev kits for like 2 years, I believe. This was well planned. It all could just be a rumor right now, but the sources here on the internet, I don't think it is. I don't think this gaming is becoming entirely too serious. Sony sold over 200 million PS4. Over 200 million PS4. That's 200 million PS4s were sold. That means 200 million people, 200 million families out there has PS4s. Not only do they have Xboxes too. I'm the type of gamer that get all. I got the Nintendo Switch too. I get everything. I'm a gamer. I don't care. Now rumors have it the they coming out with a new Nintendo Switch upgrade, which is 8 gigs. That's for another video though. But an 8 gig Nintendo Switch. That means you're almost close to your competition. All you have to do is tell us. Now you're stepping into 4K. Now Nintendo's a major player now. I'm gonna say Nintendo has the better exclusives. So you got the Zelda, you got the Metroid. Those are the games we're thinking about. Those are historic games. Those are classic historic games. Metroid. We need a new Metroid for this next generation era. Sorry for getting off topic, but I had to say something about it. Back to this topic here. This game plays phenomenally. Yes, it plays better on the Xbox One X, but I love playing it on my PS4. I just love my PS4. It feels more comfortable. Not to say the Xbox One X doesn't feel good too, but I love the feel of this console. I love this console. I love PlayStation. I love it. I love PlayStation. I love Microsoft too. I love my PlayStation. I turn it on and just look at it. It's a beautiful thing. The PS5 is right around the corner with some 32 gigs of GDDR6. What in the world are we gonna see? Can somebody comment me? What kind of games? Oh my god. And you have a Navi-based graphic. Please don't tell me you're lying. Please don't tell me this is April Fool's, because we are in April. This is April 16, 2018. Please don't tell me it's a joke. Please. Please don't tell me. Don't play like that. Don't play with me, please. This is not a joke. This is not funny. It's not funny. Stop playing. Please don't tell me you're playing. 32 gigs of 14 teraflops. That's a big leap. This game looks absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Look at the artwork. Look at the art. I forgot Bungie. This is Bungie's work. Bungie makes some fantastic looking games. I mean, these games and it plays smoothly. I mean, What is Bungie gonna do with 32 gigs? What can Bungie do with that? 32 gigs? You know how many how much can go on at one time? 32 gigs? I mean, it's endless. I mean, endless amounts of enemies you see on the screen at one time. It's like 32 gigs. That's my top. That's the whole brains of the system. I'm gonna say not the 8 cores. It's the RAM you put in it. Because the RAM is actually the muscle. I mean, it's like the fuel of the console. The more RAM, the more action, the more things can go on. Cores are good toys. You can have a 1 core with like 32 gigs of RAM, and you have an excellent system. And where are these enemies coming? Look at the hardware of this game. I mean, look at the environments. Are you kidding me? Bungie just puts out masterpieces. What is the next game? What is their next IP? I mean, what can Bungie do with 32 gigs of RAM? I'm absolutely in love with Bungie's work. This game is phenomenal. Destiny 1 blew us away. Now Destiny 2 is just taking me to a whole new level of wildness.
This is a combat loop. A simulation of the
4K
recent
HDR.
past when the Cabal attacked Mercury.
It's just
Vex
getting
must be testing
insane.
alternative outcomes.
And they just announced a 32 gig gaming console. Okay, they having it. Look, this is what I'm talking about. RAM. Now the PS4 Pro and Xbox One X has 8 gigs of RAM. Look at all that action out there. They having a personal war over there. It's personal. Look at it. Look how much is going on. Look how much is going. Look how much you can see. 32 gigs of RAM. You'll probably see much more. You'll probably see more stuff down there on the horizon. 32 gigs of GDR. You'll see much more happening. The stage will load up much faster. I mean, oh my God. Oh my God. What is gonna happen? Now here's my thought. What's gonna happen with the life of the PS4 Pro when that PS5? This is gonna be dead for real. I mean, I'm getting mad. I gotta stop talking to this. This is how serious this game is. There's too much happening at one time. This is entertainment. 32 gigs, not 16 gigs, not twice of the PS4 Pro, 3 times. 32 gigs of GDDR6. That's another RAM chip upgrade. We're definitely not going to see any crap. No more crap. You know, this game is not crap. We're really not seeing any crap right now. This PS4 Pro is an excellent. So the PS4 Pro is actually. Let me tell you why it's a nice improvement. Yeah, it's 4 teraflops. But what they did for the multitasking, I mean not multitasking, for the when you're on your dashboard, there's a separate RAM chip for your dashboard. 1 gig of DDR3. That's what Sony's thinking. 1 gig of DDR3 RAM is all you need for your desktop functions. I forgot there's another word. I forgot about it. What is that? What is that? So they might turn around and pull that again. One gig for your desktop functionality, and 32 gigs for dedicated gameplay. Yes, Sony, you are. Oh! Don't hate me, people. Don't hate me. Oh yes, I'm a serious gamer, but I didn't time that right. Oh, okay. I was supposed to use my thing here. Let's do this. I'm supposed to use this. Oh, missed it. Missed it by a lot. 32 gigs. I mean, Sony, are they gonna give us nice exclusives? I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. Sony's doing a good job with the exclusives. I gotta take it down there. They're gonna give us some beautiful exclusives. I mean, you got Bloodborne. They got something else on the way. This year E3, they're gonna show us something else. Probably Bloodborne 2 or what's the name of the other game? What's the name of the other game? It's a Demon Souls 2. Demon Souls 2. It just has to happen on a PS5. Demon Souls 2. I've been waiting for that. I need that. I only swear by Namco Bandai's games now. Their games are phenomenal. Their games are next generation. Games are smooth. It plays flawlessly. Namco Bandai's in there. We got Bungie and Namco Bandai. Excellent manufacturers. EA's not bad too. Bungie and Namco Bandai, excellent manufacturers. What can they do with 32 gigs, 14 teraflops, and the Zen processor? What can they do with that? What are we gonna see? I'm like so psyched. I can't even end this video. I can't stop talking about it. This is real deal. Look at the beauty in this game. Look at this game. Look at Bungie's work here. What can you do with 14 teraflops with the Navi graphics card? How is your game gonna look? I mean, look at this here. Look at. Is this a masterpiece or what? I mean, how many guys are on your team, Bungie? I mean. This game is phenomenal. Look at the villains. Look at this gun here. I got this gun just by pre-ordering, and it's my best gun. I pre-ordered at Target. Got this gun, and now it's like a blessing. This is my energy weapon. It's just a solid beam. Beautiful gun here. You get this when you reserve it. Guys are asking me for it, like, you can't trade. Bungie, please tell me you're working on a game for the next generation era we're about to go through. I mean, next generation war. Microsoft and Sony's going at it. Nintendo needs to go at it too. Nintendo needs to come out with a 32 gig 14 teraflops Zen 8 cores with a Navi based graphics card. Am I going the right way? Nintendo has to step it up because we're moving dramatically with the next generation games, with the 4K games. I mean, being a 14 teraflops Navi graphics engine. I mean,
showing off.
It sounds like you're gonna give us some native, beautifully native 4K or even 8K. We probably gonna move into 8K. They probably preparing for 8K. Oh my God!
The Vex must know we're after the map.
I'm just
They're
entertaining
redirecting the Cabal
myself
to
right now.
destroy it.
Look
We have
at
to hurry.
this is what HDR does. Look at the light source. Look at the source there. How beautiful is that? That's almost realistic. If you look at it, you can't. I don't know if you can see it on YouTube, but this TV I have here is a Panasonic full-array TV, 1080p. It's not 4K, but this game looks spectacular. I mean, it looks spectacular. Like you could look like it's in 4K right now, but this is not a 4K. I love video games. Video games is #1 entertainment. I just saw that movie Rampage last night with The Rock Johnson. Excellent movie there. Excellent movie. Now, if you know Rampage was that game by Midway where you did these creatures and you destroying towns and stuff like that. The director did an excellent job of that movie. I recommend everyone see that movie, Rampage, because it was an excellent movie. Excellent. I love Dwight Rock Johnson. He's an excellent actor. Flash wrestler. I mean, he was a beautiful wrestler. It was back in the days. The Rock. Back to my topic now. This game plays excellently on my PS4. Microsoft is an excellent company. Xbox One X is an excellent console. Now here's the I had my PS4 Pro. I had PlayStation before my Xbox. That's probably why I prefer all my games on my PS4 Pro. You know, I do play my other games. I like the exclusives. I play the exclusives on the Xbox One X. Now they coming out with Dark Souls Remastered. I'm getting it for all 3 consoles. Yes, I said 3 consoles because it's coming out for the Switch. I'm that type of gamer. I like to compare. I need it for every console. This is what I'm talking about. You got serious gamers like myself. I'm getting it for all 3 consoles. It's just that serious. And it has to happen. I'm getting it for all 3. I need to see how that Switch performs. Dark Souls Remastered. Look at this game. Look at the light source. Beautiful work here. Now I hear Sony is trying to make Borderlands 3 an exclusive. That's Sony's goal. If they succeed with that goal, Sony's doing an excellent job with making these companies make them exclusive. Okay, what kind of money is Sony giving these companies? How much money are they giving them to make their games exclusives? You're losing out on a lot of money not putting it on an extra. I feel you need to put it on every console. Third-party companies, you're just gonna win in the end, putting it on every console. But making exclusive is not gonna cut it. I'm thinking you're losing money by making exclusive. Because Microsoft is that system they're coming out with to compete with the PS5. I think that's going to be an award-winning console. Microsoft, hopefully for Microsoft, we got 2 world leaders here. I mean, Sony and Microsoft going at it. And this is what we want to see. I don't think these third-party companies should just make exclusive. I feel you lose money. Because a guy like me is going to buy yeah, there are gamers like myself. Buy it for all 3 systems because we like to compare. And I don't return it. I have it for all 3.
Look at that,
systems.
ahead of us. That has to be the map.
Get the details.
The Infinite Forest
game
is a
took
doomsday
lot.
machine, but when you see it like this, it's almost beautiful.
I feel vacant not being here with another player. I recently got my game Far Cry 5.
That Minotaur is going to be trouble.
Oh my god, it looks spectacular. Far Cry 5 looks breathtaking.
And he's gonna be worse.
Far Cry 5 looks spectacular, especially at night scenes. I think all games need day and night scenes because it just brings out the life in your game. Night scenes, Far Cry 5 just looks absolutely stunning. I mean, they need an award. And then you got lights on the house, on a property, and it just brings out the beauty of that game. Spectacular work. Gun doing its job. This is a gun here. You want a weapon, ladies? I give you this weapon here. Talking through this whole experience. This is it. Look, this is what RAM does. Look how much is going on at one time. This is their 8 gigs worth. 8 gigs do this. I mean, it's all happening seamlessly. I mean, flawlessly. No errors, no glitches. It's just working perfectly. We got beams here. We got enemies all over the place. They all fire their weapons. They do a different thing. They have their own goals and state of mind. 32 gigs of RAM? What is 32 gigs of RAM? What are we gonna see with that console? 32 gigs. I am extremely psyched about it. I'm showing you other extremely exciting games. Where you at, baby? I need your body. I need you. I need to dominate. Look at this. This is a phenomenal. No, we got a guy there. I gotta kill him. I'm sorry, guy. You gotta die. If I need ammo, you gotta stop ammo once I kill you. This is a game. Look how beautiful this game is. Beautifully done masterpiece.
He's going for the map. Hurry.
My stomach hurting like I just ate something. Beautiful game here. Beautiful. Above spectacular. This is above spectacular. Little artwork here, the special effects. Look at this gun here. This gun just eats it. It just eats them up. Yes, start reserving people, and I recommend reserving at Target because you get a $5 gift card, and you get this fabulous weapon here. Where's the other guy? Where did he go? Where did he go? Oh, waste that ammo. You get spectacular looking graphics here. I mean, this game just looks so much better. Look at the armor. She got a ring on her. 32 gigs. I want to say 16 gigs, but they stepped up to 32 gigs. I'm back. But you're back also. You can't handle it. Jump up. You're not as agile, you're not as cunning as I used to be. Damn, dude. You really don't like me, do you? This guy is trying to kill me. Let me get the high ground. I'm an expert player. I play first person shooter. Really, that's all that's come out. First person shooter. Oh! Oh god, he got me. Excellent game here, people.
get that map.
There you go. After he killed me, he did his job. He killed me. See, this game is no fair. I died. I was resurrected. Excellent game here. I need to see something like this on a 32 gig of GDDR6
Scanning.
console. So that's not a computer. That's a console.
Can't search it fast.
GDDR6 of 32
I need more
gigs
processing
of
power.
RAM
There are Vex mines on Nessus
dedicated
that might do the trick.
for gameplay.
You up for a hunting expedition?
Are you serious? Are you absolutely serious? Spectacular. Award winning. If you like this video, gamers, if you like what I've said, if you like what you've seen, my intense gameplay, please give me some comments and subscribe and watch my other intense videos on E3 2018. Yes, I will be watching E3 2018. I couldn't go because I couldn't get tickets. It's very hard to get tickets if you're not a developer. It's very hard. But I will be very on point with that event happening June 10th to the 13th. E3 2018 is about to be, it's going to be one of the best E3s we could ever have witnessed. Give me some like, ladies and gentlemen, and subscribe. Thank you.